Distance isn't a real hindrance for punters living in neighboring Johor, Malaysia, or even for those living as far north as Kluang. Each day, there are as many as 6 direct bus services leaving for resorts World Sentosa. And without the need for direct transfers, this journey is cut down to just 2 hours from the Kluang bus station right up to the doorstep of the casino. Near the Kluang coach terminal, about 3 hours from Singapore, we find an unexpected synergy between moneylenders and tour bus operators, with advertisements for credit companies plastered around a tour agency. But from promoting to Singaporeans, the casinos in Singapore have been working with tour bus operators to attract Malaysians. Shortly after the casinos opened, the packages offered included discounted gambling chips, free meals, and even free coach rides. A year later, the operators were still offering similar packages.
要付200块新币，9块钱马币，然后我们会给你200块的那个尼玛，5块钱的次，还有2分。可是新加坡公民有工作准证、居留证，就是进新加坡你没有填白卡，一律都不可以购买。
这个9块是什么？一个
车费。
哦，车费哈。
你那个是要换那个尼玛进的才有这个费用。如果你现在拿的是尼玛，你要去你就玩上哦，玩回来的钱才是交出嘛，才可以换现款。
The 9 ringgit or $3 special bus fare is an 80% discount from the normal bus fare. Among those taking the coach to Singapore, more than half whom Get Real interviewed say that they bought the package month alone.
3次的有啊，
这个差不多去了9次了吧？
可以说3次有4次咯。
那你一去你是差不多赌多少钱啊？
差不多就拿1000多块去玩这样咯。
哦 ，OK， 那你是做什么的？
啊，杂货店。
哦，杂货店啊，哦，那你这样去，那你杂货店不用开了？啊？那你杂货店不用开了？
我会解开咯。
旺就每天去啦。
哦，每天去啊？
啊，输就休息啦。
那你不用做工吗？
我都没有做工啊。
哦，你没有做工。
我就是开在那个赌场那个名胜嘛。
Given the jovial atmosphere, it's hard to tell if there's even a gambling problem in Kluang caused by the casinos in Singapore. But counselors at Kluang's Gamblers Rehab Center say otherwise.
赌博的问题一路都存在我们马来西亚，但是自从新加坡赌场开始过后那么它的那个就催化了一些赌博的问题，因为毕竟很靠近我们Johor嘛，所以要去赌场也不难啊。
For Mr. Lee, the fight against problem gambling is personal. Growing up, he was a bookie. As a young adult, he chalked up over $75,000 in gambling debts with 14 separate loan sharks. He went through depression and even attempted suicide before turning over a new leaf in a similar rehab center like this one. This center in the outskirts of Kluang was set up by Mr. Lee himself. And following the opening of the Singapore casinos last year, the center has seen a jump in inquiries about its program.
我相信目前所看到的，它不会很凸显出来，还不会很严重。但是我认为在接下来的日子，可能3年，可能5年那个赌博带来的社会问题、家庭问题肯定会飙升的。
Malaysian media were reporting on the fallout from the casinos in Singapore even before they celebrated their first year of operations. Some of those reports came from the small town of Pekan Nanas in Johor. The town, famous for its pineapples, is apparently gaining notoriety for housewives hooked on gambling in Singapore's casinos.
你去赌场差不多开了之后去了几次了？
整4次哦。
老了没有输到那些走了，怕得又用钱。
那你输最多的时候是输多少？
最多也是300几百块。
看起来好像这边好像问题没那么大，到底问题有没有大不大？
其实
他们不敢讲。
去嘛，待了这么长的时间，你说不赌，你相信吗？对不对？所以。当然，在这个我们本地的市场也或多或少受影响了。一些巴萨的小贩他们也说，这些生意难做，因为很多家庭主妇都不在 本地了，那么还有谁在家里煮餐呢？你想，一天有3趟的巴士，一辆巴士我们说有40个人，那么你3趟一天就100个人去了这个赌场了，对不对？
The lure of Singapore's casinos is even stronger in Johor Bahru, home to many Malaysians who commute to Singapore for work. Mr. and Mrs. Lee Fok On were already struggling with his gambling addiction. When the casinos in Singapore opened, it simply made the problem worse.
我们去巴西古当，在那个时间方面要1个多小时啦，要坐船啦。你在新加坡是，因为新加坡的交通是相当方便，有时候你一天可以进去2、3次都可以。
How did you feel?
很辛苦啊，每天情况就这样子，因为家里已经很大的负担了，孩子那些，他父母亲也老了，我们真的很大的负担了，但是很累，真的好累，真的好累，每天听他这样子，我们很累，真的很累，最后甚至他可以这样子就骗老板嘛，说他要去。 因为真的有一次是这么巧，我打电话去他的 office 说，哎，怎么还没有时间到？然后他同事就忽然间跟我说，哎，你先生不是说他的妈妈进医院吗？要动什么手术吗？
Mr. Lee finally quit gambling after going for rehab at the center in Kluang. But by the time he saw the error of his ways, he had already lost his job and squandered $46,000 in losses. And to pay off his loan shark debts, he was forced to sell his car and remortgage his house. After the break, the unexpected consequences.
想让他在里面每2个多月都没有了，是不是为了什么的问题？